In a small village nestled in the rolling hills, there lived a man named Arun. He was a farmer by trade, but more importantly, he was a guardian. Arun had lost his parents at a young age, and since then, he had taken on the responsibility of caring for his younger sister, Meera. Meera was a bright and cheerful girl, full of dreams and ambitions, and Arun was determined to give her the best life he could, despite their humble means. Life in the village was tough. The land was fertile, but the weather was unpredictable, making farming a constant struggle. Arun worked from dawn till dusk, toiling in the fields, often with little to show for his efforts. Yet he never complained. His thoughts were always on Meera, and every drop of sweat was a testament to his love and dedication. Arun often reminisced about his parents, their gentle guidance, and the warmth of their love. He remembered his father's strong hands and his mother's comforting smile. Their sudden loss had left a void, but it also instilled in him a fierce determination to protect and provide for Meera. He would often tell her stories of their parents, painting vivid pictures of their kindness and strength. These stories became a source of inspiration for both siblings, a reminder of the legacy they carried forward. As Meera grew older, her talents became more evident. She was exceptionally bright and excelled in her studies. The local schoolteacher often praised her and suggested that she should continue her education in the city. Arun knew this was a chance for Meera to break free from the cycle of poverty, to achieve something more than he ever could. However, the idea of sending her to the city was daunting. The expenses were beyond his reach, and the thought of parting with his beloved sister weighed heavily on his heart. One evening, after a particularly exhausting day, Arun sat by the small fire outside their modest home. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink as the sun set behind the hills. Meera came and sat beside him, sensing his weariness. She gently took his hand and looked into his eyes with a seriousness that belied her years. "Brother, I know how hard you work for me," she said softly. "I want to go to the city to study, to make a better life for us. But I also know it will be difficult. I don't want to burden you." Arun's heart swelled with pride and sadness. He held her hand tightly and spoke with a voice filled with emotion. "Meera, you are my world. Your dreams are my dreams. I will do whatever it takes to give you the chance you deserve." The next morning, Arun set out with renewed determination. He took on extra work, helping other farmers with their fields, repairing tools, and even doing odd jobs in the nearby town. His days grew longer, and his body ached more with each passing day. But the thought of Meera's future kept him going. One particularly harsh summer, the village was hit by a severe drought. The crops withered, and water became scarce. The villagers were in despair, and Arun's situation grew more dire. The little money he had saved for Meera's education was spent on basic necessities. He felt a crushing sense of helplessness but refused to give up. He worked harder, often skipping meals to save every possible penny. One day, while working in the town, Arun overheard a conversation about a factory in the city that was hiring laborers. The work was grueling, but the pay was good. Without hesitation, he decided to take the chance. He left the village and moved to the city, taking on the backbreaking work in the factory. He lived in a small, cramped room and sent almost all his earnings back home. The factory was a harsh environment. The air was thick with dust, and the noise was relentless. Arun's hands grew calloused, and his back ached constantly. Yet he never wavered. Each letter from Meera, filled with her achievements and hopes, was a balm to his weary soul. She was excelling in her studies, just as he had hoped. She wrote about her dreams of becoming a doctor, of helping others, and making a difference in the world. The months turned into years. Arun's sacrifices and hard work bore fruit as Meera continued to thrive. She often wrote about her teachers, her friends, and the new experiences that broadened her horizons. Arun cherished these letters, reading them over and over, finding solace and joy in her words. Finally, the day came when Meera completed her studies and graduated with honors. She was offered a job at a prestigious hospital in the city. Arun was invited to her graduation ceremony, and as he stood among the proud parents and relatives, his heart was full. When Meera received her degree, she looked out into the crowd and found her brother's eyes. Tears streamed down her face as she held up her degree, a symbol of their shared sacrifices and dreams. After the ceremony, Meera ran to Arun and embraced him tightly. "This is for you, brother," she whispered through her tears. "I couldn't have done it without you." Arun held her close, his own tears mingling with hers. "No, Meera," he replied softly. "This is your achievement. You worked hard and earned it. I am just glad I could help you along the way." With her new job, Meera was able to support Arun and bring him back to the city. They moved into a small but comfortable apartment, far from the harsh conditions of the village. Arun no longer had to work in the factory, and he found joy in seeing his sister flourish. They would often take walks in the park, reminiscing about their village and dreaming about the future. The bond between Arun and Meera remained unbreakable, forged through years of hardship, sacrifice, and unwavering love. Arun's hard work and determination had given Meera the wings to fly, and she, in turn, brought him a sense of fulfillment and pride that made every struggle worthwhile. In the end, Arun realized that his greatest achievement was not the crops he had grown or the money he had earned, but the bright future he had helped create for his beloved sister. And Meera, every day, remembered her brother's sacrifices, knowing that his love had paved the way for her dreams to come true. Their journey was a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between siblings.